Hi, Pisces. So I procrastinated for a day before doing your reading, and I think it's because what we need to talk about is something that I also need to do, and maybe I wasn't ready to face it. Ten of Wands. Sometimes the cards even surprise me, which is funny, right? Yeah, Ten of Wands. It's about how you work and who you work with. May is full of retrogrades and a lot of planets ending up in Gemini in a few weeks. That mutable contemplation. Who do you work with and how? Is it healthy? Do you even want it? Does it accurately define you still? Pisceans can vacillate between wanting to be the center of everything and wanting to get away from everything. Sometimes simultaneously. And that can put a strain on relationships and collaborations. Ten of Wands, first card out. Who do you want to work with? Who still wants to work with you? Where are you lying to yourself about your work and therefore about yourself? Oh, it's one of those reads. No. Yes, but no. Now I've learned how to speak to Pisceans. It's taken a long time. But your work life is something that I've always found quite admirable. You're hard workers. You have good relationships. That's why I think this period is even more difficult. Because for someone who has good work relationships, how do you say, I don't want to do this anymore? Nothing is wrong. How do you say, I need more, or I don't think you like working with me anymore, or we just can't do it this way anymore? You're also entering a time where you really need to do stuff on your own for yourself, especially if you're in a creative profession. It just doesn't work anymore. Not that you don't need to collaborate here and there, of course you do. But the time to do things in a group has come to an end. Not just because of the quarantine. It was all headed in this direction for you anyway. But that's not the easiest thing for you. You, unlike most, like people. Nine of Swords, Page of Cups, Nine of Wands. See, it may seem sad to you and it may seem like it's diminishing you, but that's just because you can't see the opportunity standing right behind that sadness just yet. You have to let go of what you know to have what you deserve. And that uncertainty mixed with the demand for faith can be very tiresome for you. You like to be able to rely on your strong work ethic. You like to be able to rely on yourself. You like to be able to rely on what you know about yourself, priding yourself as being one of the more self-aware, insightful signs. You draw your power from it. So how can that person now, who thrives in collaborative settings, how can they be the one that's going into a professional hermit period? How can they be the ones who are asking to be alone? it may seem odd even to you how many new opportunities come in as soon as you break away. Does it have to be done with a lot of sadness? No, it doesn't. Does it have to be done with hard feelings? No, it doesn't. Will it feel, regardless of how you do it, like you're cutting ties with the world? Probably. But that's okay. You're allowed to want things just for yourself, even if everyone is used to treating you like the den mother for everyone. You're allowed to care about your feelings first, even if everybody is used to dumping their feelings on you. You're allowed to have your own career, your own creative voice, even though probably since grammar school everyone has been leaning on you creatively. How do you say no and move away from people that haven't done anything wrong? How do you say no and move away from people who obviously need you? And ultimately, how do you say no and move away from something that you know is bad for you, when we know that Pisceans are quite attracted to what is bad for them? Your self-preservation instinct has to kick in here somewhere. I learned about self-preservation from a Virgo. And let's not forget, in terms of relationships and processing your emotions, you are very much Virgos. And we know Aries' entire motto in life is self-preservation. So, Pisces now learns the tightrope walk that is self-preservation while remaining somewhat within the world. I think if you could go off and be a monk, you'd be good at it. But to be in the middle of everything and think of yourself first, it's quite difficult for you. So, how do we do it? How do you find the merit in not reaching out your hand, in not doing and helping others? I don't know. Let's look at these cards and see. Love you. Hi Pisces, welcome to the second part of your reading. So how do you help others without reaching out your hand and basically doing the project on your own, doing it for them? I think Pisces come to a certain period in their lives where they realize that they've given more than they should have, given too much. And then they have to do the hard work of starting their own journey from scratch. Even though if the work they had done they had taken any credit for, they would be much further along. But don't worry, let's not get stuck there. The fact is that the first card out is the Ten of Wands. And that's great. The Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups in reverse, and then the Page of Cups after the Nine of Swords is really important. You may think that moving away from your collaborative efforts, from your group projects, from your job, from whatever interpersonal relationships right now you're moving away from, you may feel as if that is diminishing you. But the Knight of Cups is in reverse and the Page of Cups is not. So while there is a leveling down of sorts, it's not really. Right? Because you are right side up again, and you are able to acquire those 9 wands that you need. So what's the process of acquiring them? The Emperor and the Hermit, both based in self. One outwardly so, the other internally. And then you re-emerging. Look at that. Queen of Cups. Oh, good. So we take a few steps forward, a few steps back. And then let's not forget that soon Pisces Mars comes into your sign and gets really confused. If there is anyone who knows how to subdue Mars, it's you. Mars doesn't know what to do in Pisces. Doesn't know where to go, doesn't know how to act, doesn't know what to say. And most people get really, really confused when it comes to the doing. But it's good news for you. It gives you the fire you need while that Virgo presence in your life, be it a person or just the hermit energy of you really contemplating your life, that gives you the insight you need. So you have the fire, the confidence, the insight, and you re-emerge Queen of Cups by mid-May, let's say, the second week of May, as feeling really great, feeling like yourself, but feeling like yourself by yourself, without all the tentacles plugged into you, without all the people you feed. And a funny thing happens once you get there. You start to wonder what it is that you really want. What do you wish for? Now that energy is either you wishing or it's an Aquarian. Either way, they are presenting to you an opportunity, a big one. And it is to think about yourself. Because Aquarius, like you, is concerned with the collective. But unlike you, they can be very, very, very selfish. And you could stand to learn some of that. And I think May desperately wants to teach it to you. There is a full moon in a few hours here. And the insight it brings you will be along the lines of embracing this this Ace of Wands, understanding why the Knight of Cups is in reverse, perhaps showing you in a very jarring way how you've got it all turned around. And then facilitating this Eight of Cups move. Eight of Cups is probably the more painful of cards for a Piscean. But there's all these cups. You want me to leave? How can I? How can I leave when there is still cups of feeling? Who's going to watch them? Who's going to take care of them? And for you, you don't have that switch that flips and you say, who cares? I'm out. But Taurus season gives you that energy. And by the time we get to Gemini season, you're ready. You're ready with that mutable weight pouring into the other side of the wheel. You're ready to move. And the universe gives you exactly the right tool to facilitate that move. Ace of Swords. Now you start to cut it down. Now you start to make it even. Now there are no more strings because you can't stand them. Before you loved them. Important distinction. Will the world be happy with this? No. Will they scream and moan and complain and whine? Yes. Will it make you feel desperately regretful at some points because you like to be the one that gives and you like the adoration that comes with it? Sure. Does it matter? No. Do you need to move away from all of it anyway? Yes. Why? You know why. Because you have more selfish things to pursue, and I know that word has a pejorative connotation. But in your case, in May, you have to look out for yourself. You've looked out a lot for everybody else. Now it's your turn. Good. We'll get into the extended. We'll go through these cards one by one and see what's up. See what carries you into June. And if you'd like a personal reading, you can have a personal recorded reading that's sent to you. That link is below. You can do a live video chat one-on-one. I think there's 2 slots left. I'll put some more dates up for that. That link is below as well. The Instant Extended and the Vimeo Extended are the same reading, the one we're about to do right now. One is sent to your inbox and the other is available through logging on to Vimeo. Either can be viewed again and again. All right. Oh, there's a merch link on the side. People have been asking. You, not people, sorry. You have been asking about the Meet Me at the Fountain t-shirt. Now, if you don't know what the fountain concept is about, you can check out Revolution Ramblings, which is the podcast, and go to the episode called The Fountain, and it will be pretty clear. So the Meet Me at the Fountain t-shirt is available in the merch scrolling bar, either to the side of the reading or below. I think that covers everything. I love you, Pisces. I'll see you in the extended in just a minute.